Yes, guys, welcome back to the 94 podcast. My name is Kosi. Welcome back to a brand new video. Man United take on Bayern at the Allianz Arena. This is your preview for that game. We're going to be diving into all the injuries, tactics, and why I think Man United will shock Bayern and beat them at the Allianz Arena. If you love these videos, hit the like button, subscribe to the podcast as well. But Man United fans, talk to me. Is there any kind of belief that you could go and shock Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena? It could happen. We've seen jeopardy in this competition. We have seen jeopardy in the UEFA Champions League. It happens. It really does. And I think Man United come into this competition with a lot of disbelief, and they have a point to prove. They have actually lost a couple of games this campaign. 3 out of the 5 they played. They will have a point to prove, and Bayern might just not be ready for Manchester United. Right. So in terms of the form, both clubs have really played less games this campaign. Man United have only played 5, losing 3 and winning 2 of those. They have scored 6 goals and conceded 10. We'll get later on into the video. We'll talk about those 10 goals and why Man United really should not be conceding 10 goals in 5 games. But Bayern Munich already this campaign, they played 4 games. They have won 3, drawn 1, scored 11 goals and just conceded 4. Again, we will talk about the strength and weaknesses of both these sides. And these numbers I'm reading for you right now, they could be what decides the game. They could be the game changer. They could be the determinant on who wins it. Because Man United, if you're conceding 10 goals in 5 games and you've played Tottenham, you've played Arsenal, you've played Brighton, I think Bayern Munich are much better than all these other sides. But Bayern Munich as well, their last game was a 2-2 draw against Bayern Leverkusen at the Allianz Arena. I think Man United, with all due respect, have a better pedigree and have more respect than Bayern Leverkusen. If Man United can go there, be disciplined, execute the tasks that will be distributed by Erik ten Hag well, I don't see a reason why Man United do not actually walk away from this game with at least a point or even 3. So in terms of the team news and injuries, Man United do have a couple of players out. Luke Shaw is still out of this one, and Mason Mount, Rafa Varane is also a doubt. Kobe Mainu is out. Bissaka is out for a couple of months, according to my information. Amrabat could be back, could be not back. So we'll be waiting to see the team news, so the teams actually as they come out, and Amadou Diallo as well. So Man United, you still have that problem. Injuries. And it's one of the reasons why probably the 4-4-2 diamond for Man United, for Erik ten Hag, is actually not working yet. He has a lot of parts in this machine that are actually not working. So you look at Scott McTominay and Mason Mount. Although Mason Mount has not started off very well, but is a much better footballer than Scott McTominay. And therefore, if Mount is in that diamond, he would be a much better player. It would be a much better system as compared to if Man United played Scott McTominay. For Bayern Munich on the other side, in terms of injuries, Kingsley Coman is out for now. Man United fans, you are lucky. This guy, Coman, is one of the key pillars at Bayern Munich, but he's out for now. Rafael Guerreiro, the new signing from Borussia Dortmund, a left back, is also out, and Manuel Neuer, the goalkeeper, is out as well. And that's one of the reasons, that's one of the key reasons why Man United could actually go into this game much more confident. You might not actually overpower Bayern, you might not expose them, but when it gets to the final third, when you beat their defense, there is no Manuel Neuer. You just have to, psychologically, it creates a very different impression when Manuel Neuer is in goal as compared to when Bayern don't have Manuel Neuer, in my opinion. So that is in terms of this, in terms of the team news. So who will start for Bayern and who's going to start for Manchester United? So Bayern, I think they will still have Juric in goal, Konrad Laimer, Odaut Upamecano, Kim Min-jae, and Alphonso Davies in that kind of back four that they play. That's the same lineup, that's the same back line that they played against Bayer Leverkusen over the weekend. Mario Goretzka and Joshua Kimmich in that double midfield pivot, the German pivot. I love them. I really do. And it's the reason why I'm going to watch this game rather than watch Arsenal. I'm going to watch Bayern Manchester United because I want to see Joshua Kimmich and Mario Goretzka. The 3 in front of that pivot will be Sané, Müller, and Serge Gnabry. Now, Serge Gnabry is dropping off a little bit in terms of standards, in terms of form. If Jamal Musiala is back, I won't be surprised to see Sané, Müller, and Jamal Musiala. And obviously, Harry Kane up top, the return of Harry Kane. I think Man United fans, Man United will feel a little bit hard done by here. They've run away from Harry Kane. They thought they had just survived this guy. And just to find him in the group stages of the UEFA Champions League. It's unfair. It's purely unfair. Who will start for Manchester United in this game? Andre Onana, of course, is part of the travelling squad. We expect him to be in goal tonight. We expect a back four of Dalot, Reguilon, Lisandro Martinez, and Victor Lindelof. Now, there was a fight between Victor Lindelof, okay, not really a fight, but a bust-up between Victor Lindelof and Lisandro Martinez. But I also think Lisandro Martinez and Victor Lindelof are really forming a very good partnership defensively. Now, forget about it. Don't think about me being an Arsenal fan and me trying to troll Man United. What I'm trying to say is, I kind of feel like Victor Lindelof plays to the weaknesses of Lisandro Martinez, and Lisandro Martinez's strengths are actually the weaknesses of Victor Lindelof. There's kind of that element of complementarity between the two. I might be wrong about this. I might be wrong, but Harry Maguire is not available for selection, so it's gonna be Victor Lindelof and Lisandro Martinez. Now, we might see another midfield pivot in this game where Scott McTominay not really deputizes, but will be alongside Casemiro in the midfield pivot, and Eriksen, Bruno, and Rashford will be behind Rasmus Højlund. This is a game I've got to agree. This is a game that would require the services of Sofyan Amrabat for Man United. If you're a Manchester United fan, you would love Sofyan Amrabat in this game, because what Amrabat actually does is he's got the quality, he's got the legs, and he's got the, that kind of confidence as a player. When you're good, you're confident, right? Most of the time, really. Kai Havertz is good, but he's not that confident. But I think Amrabat would give you the minerals in that midfield to challenge Joshua Kimmich and Mario Goretzka. And one of the key battles, one of the key areas where this game is going to be won is between those two midfield pivots. It's going to be very similar to what we saw at the Old Trafford during the weekend. Pascal Gross and Mahmoud Dawood versus McTominay and Casemiro and Eriksen, and that kind of diamond that Erik ten Hag really loved to implement in that game that actually didn't work out. So Goretzka and Kimmich, this is high level, elite, world-class quality midfield brilliance. That is what they're going to be playing against Man United. You've got to be very careful. You've got to be absolutely very careful. In terms of the key players in this game, I think Man United, you're going to be on the receiving end and calm down. That is what exactly you want to do. You want to let Bayern have the ball. You want to allow them come on you, but they're an easy side to exploit in behind. The likes of Dayot Upamecano, the likes of Alphonso Davies. Davies has got the speed, but you can exploit the space in behind him. That is what Man United want to do, and that is what they should be trying to do in this game. Right? So the key players for you then, Man United, become Andre Onana, who has got the ability to play that ball over the top. Like, Man United fans will reach a time where they are frustrated with this tactic. But I'm going to tell you this. As long as Erik ten Hag is manager at Man United, Andre Onana will play that ball over the top 1,000,000 times per 90. The other second player is Lisandro Martinez. Lisandro Martinez as well has got that ball. He's got that ball playing ability. He can play that ball into space. He can play that ball into Rashford, into Rasmus Højlund, into Bruno Fernandes as well. But why he's a key player in this game? It's going to be defensively. If you don't want to be humiliated at the Allianz Arena, do not concede the stupid goals you conceded against Brighton. You can't afford that. You can't do that. They are deadly. They are dangerous by him. Now, I say I'm backing Man United in this game, and indeed, I'm backing Man United. But not because I doubt how good Bayern are, just because I think, stupidly, the UEFA Champions League always has a shocker, and that shocker will be Man United beating Bayern. I think Marcus Rashford is going to be a key player for you, Man United, as well, because what you have in Marcus Rashford is pace, finishing, selfish, ruthless, worthless at times. But of course, worthless in this game, we don't want that. Why I think Marcus Rashford is a key player for Man United all season, but also in particular for this game, is you think about it. If you're going to exploit spaces in behind, who do you want on the ball? Is it McTominay or is it Marcus Rashford in the final third? It is Marcus Rashford, not Anthony Martial. And then, if you are going to be 1v1 with a goalkeeper, do you want Anthony Martial or Marcus Rashford? I'll prefer Marcus Rashford because he's a confident finisher. So he's going to be a key player for Man United if they're going to score goals in this game. And I'm going to reassure you, Man United fans, you will concede. you will concede. So there is no the tactic and the perception that you go to the Allianz Arena and sit back and sit in shape and just make it very difficult for Bayern to score will not work. You've got to score in order to pick up a point in this game. Bayern Munich key players, Joshua Kimmich obviously and Kim Min-jae. I think this will be very, very key players. They will govern the midfield. And Joshua Kimmich, why he's such a key player for them is he does absolutely everything. You've just played Pascal Gross. You couldn't get rid of that guy. You couldn't monitor that guy. How are you going to monitor Joshua Kimmich? Like, Kimmich is a right back, left back, number 6, number 8, number 10, number 9, number 11, number 12, number 30. This Joshua Kimmich boy is he's not a problem. He's a menace. And Man United fans, if you're going to be watching this game, keep your eyes on Scott McTominay. I think either Scott McTominay, and this is where I think maybe Fred was still an important player for Man United, because what we saw last campaign against Manchester City against Man United was Fred literally walking around and patrolling Kevin De Bruyne around, and literally he took him out of the game at the Old Trafford. Maybe Fred against Kimmich, because Kimmich is such a he's more like your Sergio Busquets at Bayern. He's such an important player for them. Kim Min-jae is gonna be a key player in order to stop Marcus Rashford and Rasmus Hojlund. We know he's got the ability to do that, but also because Dayot Upamecano doesn't have that kind of intelligence and speed to spin when players like Rasmus Hojlund and Marcus Rashford spin and behind. Harry Kane is gonna be a key player, Leroy Sané and Alphonso Davies as well. But I think I'll just talk about Harry Kane. Kane is a natural goal scorer. Kane knows Manchester United. Kane knows you guys. Kane knows where the goal is. So if you have to stop players, if there's gonna be a key battle, it's gonna be between Harry Kane and both Manchester United centre backs. I don't know how that one's gonna turn out. Strength and weaknesses. What are the key strengths for Bayern and what are the key strengths for Man United? I've actually gone with the same point, but a tweak at the end. Both clubs really concede goals, but the only weakness here is that Man United do not score. So Bayern really concede and they score as well. So Bayern have played 4 games and they've conceded a goal per 90. Literally, that means they've conceded 4. So therefore, on average, they're conceding a goal per 90. Man United have conceded 10 in 5. They're conceding 2 goals per 90 on average. But the problem with Man United is that they don't have that power a club like Bayern has. They don't have that goal-scoring power that like a club like Bayern has got. And that is the key weakness for them in this game. Yes, they will concede. And yes, they might score 1. But do they have the minerals? Do they have it in them to score 2 and maybe win this game or pick up a point like Bayer Leverkusen did over the weekend? It's a big question and it should be answered as quick as possible. So how do I see this game turn out? I think Bayern will be on the ball a lot of the time. I think they'll have up to 65% ball possession. Man United will sit in shape just like they did against Arsenal before the international break. They will give them the respect, they will give them the space, they'll give them the time on the ball, and Man United will look to exploit the spaces in behind and also use terrific speed. Man United will shock Bayern. My prediction, Manchester United 2, Bayern 1, guys. Bayern 1. Manchester United 2, Bayern 1. I have a Manchester United fan who told me, don't give us that. Do not back us. I'm backing you, Man United fans. I'm backing you. I'm really, really backing you. I hope you don't disappoint me. I'll speak to you right in the match reaction when Man United beat Bayern eventually. See you soon.